A record crowd in here tonight for mighty Manchester United. The cup holders are in town, the 5 times winners in prospect here tonight. A night of Carabao Cup action at its vibrant best. Bristol City have 10 of their squad unavailable tonight for one reason or another, so this side pretty much takes care of itself. There is one change from the one that started the win here against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Luke Steele has played in the last couple of rounds of this competition. He comes in here, one of several former Manchester United connections that run through this side. Jamie Patterson, another, he's 26 today, a former United schoolboy. Josh Brownhill also spent his formative years at Old Trafford up until the age of 16. Elsewhere, Bobby Reid's conversion to a striker has certainly paid dividends this season. He is the Robins' top scorer. Changes for Manchester United, as you would expect, but you certainly can't say this is a weak side. Paul Pogba's back after serving his 3-match ban. He starts. Zlatan Ibrahimovic starts his first game of the season, and his first since his knee injury in April. He scored twice in the final, of course, last season. 10 changes in total from the side that started at the Hawthorns at the weekend. Marcus Rashford, the only survivor, he keeps up his ever-present record of playing in every match and every competition this season. Could be a back three for Manchester United like they played in the last round at Swansea, or there is the option of Daley Blind pushing on into midfield to make more of a 4-3-3. Well, they reckon this is the biggest crowd at Ashton Gate for 37 years. Bristol City might just need them tonight if they are to spring a surprise. Manchester United welcome back the big boys. It's Bristol City against the Holders United, and it comes next.
We can cross continents and time zones at the mere touch of a button. The moment the game changes is the moment we see it. I miss nothing. We are members of the world's favourite online sports betting company, and we gamble responsibly at Bet365.
Bristol City, the only club from outside the Premier League left in the last 8 of the Carabao Cup. Manchester United, the holders, going for a 6th success in this competition and what would be a 46th major trophy in this club's history. Bristol City riding high in the Sky Bet Championship. 3rd place, they come into this having won their last 4 fixtures. Manchester United second best only to their cross-city rivals, who await in the draw for the semi-finals that follows this contest here tonight. Bristol City have developed a taste for a big scalp on this cup run. They've beaten Premier League opposition in the last 3 rounds in the shape of Watford, Stoke and Palace, but scalps don't come much bigger than this. Bobby Reid is number 14, and Manchester United look forward for him. We have had a goal at Stamford Bridge, and we can bring you that now. Chelsea in blue, of course, and much changed side, but Chelsea up and running early on. Fabregas picking up Willian, who strikes in his 6th goal of the season. Leads on here at Ashton Gate. Bristol City looking to get on the front foot early on. Closed out by Daley Blind, and short and clear for United. Out by Darmian. Looks, Danny, like Manchester United have started with a back 4, haven't they?
Yeah, it looks like Blind's just sitting there, on the ball now, allowing McTominay and Pogba to go further forward. And the one thing they just have to be careful of, Bristol City will press high. They've already dispossessed Manchester United a couple of times in their own half. They're full of energy. Manchester United need to make sure they don't spend too much time on the ball in their own half, because like I say, Bristol City will be after them.
Nothing in the opening exchanges here that Manchester United wouldn't have expected, and that Bristol City, with the crowd at their back, will be looking to ruffle some illustrious feathers. The Dutchman Daley Blind, whose outings for Manchester United have come pretty much exclusively in the Cups this season. Rashford. This is Pogba. Back from that ban, Paul Pogba, after the challenge in the game against Arsenal on Hector Bellerin that earned him the red card. Darmian now. Going to be quite a battle, isn't it, for those Bristol City centre-halves? They're both strapping six-footers themselves. Aidan Flint and alongside him Nathan Baker, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic will certainly be getting amongst them.
Oh, definitely, and Flint and Baker, two very physical centre-backs that will put themselves about. And it is a back four of centre-backs. So they'll be comfortable with crosses coming into the box and trying to deal with them, rather than going and attacking in the wide areas and leave themselves a little bit open in the middle of the goal.
8 months to the day since Zlatan Ibrahimovic's last start for Manchester United in the Europa League against Anderlecht. The foul on McTominay leads to this free kick. Shaw, his third start of the season. Darmian. Pogba. They tried to pressurise him, but step over the line with the law, Bristol City. So Manchester United have a free kick on the halfway line. Marlon Pack, the one penalised.
They know how dangerous he is. On a few occasions now, Pogba's getting the ball and making him go back towards his own goal. But you can just see Pack there, pulling him back. And that's the attention that he's going to get, particularly this evening, because he's so important to Manchester United. And Bristol City know that.
Brings them a different dimension, doesn't he? And what a big miss he was in the Manchester derby.
Huge. I think he's the only midfielder at Manchester United that can tie the defence and attack. And what happens is when he drives forward, he gets beyond the opposition midfield. That drags the opposition back four then out of shape, and that's when the likes of, obviously usually the likes of Martial, the likes of Rashford, Lukaku, then get more time on the ball, or they find more spaces for themselves. But he really is, when he drives with the ball, a lot of times he gets beyond the opposition midfield. There's so many problems there.
Ibrahimovic to Rashford. Shaw. Martial crowded out. Corey Smith. Reed's made his move up front, but Manchester United prevented the immediate passage of the ball. Here's the Icelandic international Hora Magnusson, left back for Bristol City. Argentinian international Sergio Romero in the Manchester United goal. David De Gea given the night off tonight. Pogba losing out, but getting back. He's given away the free kick, and given that he had been outmanoeuvred, he might see it as worth giving away.
It's a really interesting battle starting to come between the pair of them, between Pack and Pogba. Pack does really well, and then Pogba, looks like it could be a fair tackle, but it looks near enough like when Paul Pogba picks the ball that Pack's doing a man-to-man job on him. He's following him everywhere so far. It's been an intriguing battle so far as well.
Well, among the Championship, Bristol City, one of their strengths is that they are set-piece specialists. Magnusson in his second season at Ashton Gate now. Looks like he's going to be the one to take this one. The giant 6'5" figure of Aidan Flint already has 6 goals this season. He's trying to get amongst it at the back there. It was routine, but he's put it behind for a corner. Brownhill the one to take it.
It's a good effort from Brownhill. Looks like Magnusson's going to take it, but Brownhill just gets it up and over the wall. Romero in a good position, but it's been a very good start from Bristol City, starting on the front foot, contesting Romero, and now they find themselves with a set piece, and this is where they are so strong. The likes of Flint, Baker going up there, but Reed is such a poacher. A lot of times the goals of Bristol City have scored, at the time it's been on the second ball.
Cluster of Bristol City players on the edge of the area, a flurry of activity. Flint trying to get there. Pogba was the man who got his head to the ball at the expense of another corner.
See the way they're setting up Bristol City. They are coming towards the edge of the box, trying to leave that space at the front post free to go and run into it for the last possible second.
Ibrahimovic's header helped on its way by Rojo. No offside flag there. Manchester United were looking across at the linesman, and now a possibility to get out. There's a very important piece of backpedaling there by Josh Brownhill to stop Rashford getting away, and now Bobby Reid. They'll try and get on the end of this one. Darmian's touch for Blind. Marlon Pack. Rashford getting there ahead of Magnussen. And Rashford able to make some ground up this right for Manchester United, and he's trying to get the whip. He's just blazed it into the stand behind Luke Steele's goal. Breaking news coming through from the Premier League that Paul Clement has been sacked as manager of Swansea. For all the latest on that, go to Sky Sports News. Meantime here at Ashton Gate, Jose Mourinho, who has experienced much of what English football has to offer, has a new experience here tonight. Ashton Gate, his first visit here, and it has seldom looked better. Packed to the rafters, the first time since the refurbishment here and the redevelopment that they have sold out this stadium. A taste of things to come, they hope, as they focus on trying to get out of the Championship and into the Premier League for the first time. 10 years ago now, that Gary Johnson took them to the playoff final. They were undone against Hull by Dean Windass winner. Lee Johnson part of that side then, and now the manager. Reid. Birthday boy Patterson playing it back, and City have the free kick.
I think what Bristol City have done really well over the last year or so, they signed potential. The likes of O'Dowd, who's been doing really well, who's injured, the likes of Patterson and Brownhill, and what they do, their potential is now starting to come to fruition in this season. They're all really starting to stand out, and they've stepped up to the plate, and it's been such a fantastic start for Bristol City after last season.
Darmian. Brown trying to get away. Reid here. Still at it, Reid. Couldn't quite get the ball away. Luke Shaw breaks it up. And this is Pogba now for Manchester United. Work by Martial, who has Ibrahimovic in the middle. He has Pogba in slightly closer proximity. That's up towards Ibrahimovic, deflected onto the crossbar and away. Living dangerous there, the Bristol City goal.
Working really well. And then you get the ball in. Martial, Ibrahimovic just pulls up to the far post. He just takes the slightest touch of Baker into the crossbar, but they are able to clear it. It's a lovely ball in from Martial. Great movement from Ibrahimovic. Not fortuitous. Bristol City, they just have to be careful, because we talk about them being on the front foot, but then they left themselves vulnerable. He was one-on-one Martial against Bailey Wright. I don't need the wide players one-on-one against the Bristol City fullbacks.
Nathan Baker there, entrusted with doing the job of keeping a lid on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It'll be Daley Blind to take this one for Manchester United. deep. Bristol City get the goal kick. The last touch coming off the big Swede, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Well, fans of all generations here tonight, and Margaret Dodds amongst them, recently celebrating her 100th birthday. Well, a visit at Manchester United is a once-in-a-generational thing, really. Bristol City in their first quarter-final of any major competition for nearly 30 years. It was the 1988-89 season. They got to the semi-final of the League Cup under Joe Jordan, edged out by Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest then. Joe Jordan, of course, who has connections with both these clubs. Bailey Wright, the Australian who wears the captain's armband here at Bristol City. Pogba and McTominay. Rashford to Pogba, looking for Darmian, cut out by Bryan. This is Marlon Pack.
He's very good covering from Bryan. He's a natural left back. Magnuson had been dragged inside, but he tracked Darmian.
Jamie Patterson. Corey Smith. Magnuson. Bryan, who wears the number 3, which, as it would suggest, is a fullback really by trade, but has often been playing further up the left flank for Bristol City this season.
He's a player that fans really do love. He's come through the ranks, come through the youth system, and whether it be at left back or left midfield, can do the job. He's got a good partnership with Magnuson. Once again there, Bristol City, the pressing that they are doing when Manchester United have the ball, not having that time to settle, and once again, this pack is starting that press very high up for them in midfield.
Marlon Pack going for an expansive pass, which ends up being a little off target.
You see the way that the game started. If anything, I think Bristol City probably surprised Manchester United. I mean, Lee Johnson, I think Manchester United probably would have expected that Bristol City might just sit off a little bit, not leave themselves open, but they've done the complete opposite. They've not been afraid to take the game to Manchester United, and Lee Johnson as well, his mantra is they want to be a counter-attacking pressing team, and we've certainly seen that so far.
Glanced on by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. One thing they don't really have, this Bristol City side, with Bobby Reid up front, is a target man. Balls like that aren't going to suit them too well, are they, tonight?
No, they have got Juric, but he went in for an operation. I think it was on Monday, and they kept him involved as long as they could do on the bench. If it was becoming difficult towards the end of the game, then he would come on and make something different. But and with Bobby Reid, what they're doing, he's watching a lot of videos, the likes of Ian Rush, I think Batistuta, because they're trying to teach him now, because he's a central midfielder, he will drop in. So they want him to just get used to playing on the shoulder.
Martial causing trouble here. Anthony Martial, blocked by Baker. Pogba first on the scene here for Manchester United. It is plays wide by Scott McTominay.
Martial's looking very dangerous. He's getting into them spaces and being able to face up either Flint, as he has done there, or Bailey Wright. It's a good block by Baker. And forced to McTominay. It's a good strike. Always wide.
Manchester United's press forcing Luke Steele to go long. Foul on Magnuson. Mike Dean, by the way, our referee here at Ashton Gate tonight. "17 minutes played at Ashton Gate, and so far the third best side in the Championship neck and neck with the second best in the Premier League. Bryan. Darmian in pursuit. Bristol City get the corner.
Very good play once again from Bryan, very direct when they get into them wide areas, and you know they want to get to that byline, yes, to get the crosses in, but just as important to get these set pieces, because I said previously they've been absolutely magnificent on them this season. He worked very hard on them as well from the assistant manager Dean Holden. He looks at where it could be a weakness for the opposition, and then he sits down with Lee Johnson, and like I say, give them all great credit because it's worked so well for them.
Different approach this time as they crowd that 6-yard area. Bit of jostling in there, and Mike Dean will stride across to try and sort that out. Bobby Reid in very close proximity to Sergio Aguero. I think that's the issue he's going to address here. McTominay is the man picking up Aidan Flint. Low trajectory and there, loose in the box. Reid was close, but not quite close enough for Bristol City. Bryan now urged to shoot by the Ashton Gate crowd, but he's fouled just outside the penalty area by Luke Shaw.
Once again, good play from Bristol City. They're picking up them second balls. There is a slight tug from Luke Shaw, not too much, but it's gone in Bristol City's favour. And here's the one that we're talking about, the second ball. You always look at Reid, he's always alert to it, he just can't get on the end of it. That's what Bristol City has so got. It won't necessarily be that first ball, but it's the reaction from the rest of the players to that second ball that's dropping down.
Bobby Reid very much the fox in the box for the Robins, and he'll be lurking as Bristol City size up their options here. Josh Brownhill took the last one. He looks favourite to take this one unless Bristol City have another training ground routine up their sleeve. It was thundered wide by Bryan in the end. Well, it's been a roller coaster for Lee Johnson as manager. This time last year he was in a run of 8 successive defeats, and there's the former manager, Dad, Gary Johnson, now in charge up the road at Cheltenham Town. Pogba. Daley Blind. Rojo. Valuable minutes for him tonight as he gets back full fitness after injury. Martial will leave it to McTominay, and Rashford sets his sights and hits the post. Second time Manchester United have rattled the woodwork tonight. Zlatan Ibrahimovic trying to angle the ball in towards the penalty area off the outside of his boot, didn't quite pay off, but it's still with the holders here. And the Argentinian Rojo. Rashford again. Martial was arriving. Here's McTominay.
Both Martial and Rashford, they are creating a lot of problems. Both coming very nicely. Martial, he goes narrow, and then Rashford does the same. Creates a little bit of space for himself. And post comes to Bristol City's rescue again. They are finding a little bit of space, because what's happening is both Shaw and Darmian, they're keeping the width. Bailey Wright and Magnuson have been dragged out. And that means that the likes of Martial, and as we've just seen with Rashford, are able to find bits of space as they come in field.
Among those 9 goals, a couple he got in the first game of Manchester United's Cup run this year, the first game of their defence when they comfortably saw off Championship opposition in Burton Albion at Old Trafford. One at Swansea in the last round, and this the third match of their run as they look to take their place in the semi-finals. Bristol City have played 4 matches to get this far. They started off against Plymouth here, a thumping 5-0 win, and then 3 Premier League scalps in Watford away, Stoke and Crystal Palace here. Now you see the evidence of some quite thumping wins that they have had on the road to this quarter-final. Smith, Brownhill still providing the width here. Magnuson coming onto it here. Bryant finding the gap. Knocked away by Lindelof. Ibrahimovic, a nudge in the back there from Aidan Flint, and a free kick for Manchester United. Aidan Flint looking forward to this match as much as anyone. He is a boyhood Manchester United fan. Makes no secret of that. Rashford. Back in by Blint. That's out by Aidan Flint. Marlon Pack. McTominay. Pogba's found space here. He's got options as well, including taking it on himself.
A couple of times Manchester United players getting into the area now. The midfield of Bristol City is pushing up. They want to press, but the back four's not doing the same thing, and we're seeing it once again now with Pogba. He's getting into that position. The back four are too deep at the moment, so therefore they can't get out to stop him. We've seen obviously Rashford and the likes of Martial have the attempts as well, but that was just always curling wide. The defence for Bristol City either has to push up, or the midfield needs to drop a little bit deeper. There's too many spaces.
Here's Martial to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Back to Martial, who's looking for Rashford. He felt he was being pulled back by Magnuson, but neither Mark Dean nor his assistant on this near side feeling that there was any case to answer. Simon Long, by the way, the assistant down below us.
Just see the ball being put in. You can see Magnuson, he's got his right hand on Rashford's arm. To be very careful, like, because Rashford has got on the wrong side of him, and obviously Mike Dean hasn't seen it as anything, but I've seen penalties given for them situations.
Magnuson. Brian making a move in front of him, but Darmian has that one covered by the look of things. Pogba felt he was fouled there, and certainly it was a dramatic fall. Mark Dean lays play on. Paul Pogba starting his first game, incidentally, in this competition since the final last season, that win against Southampton. Romero. Martial goes to ground, no free kick. There's Corey Smith. Plenty of Manchester United bodies in the heart of midfield, so Bristol City probably need to look wide at some stage to make progress. Right by Patterson, that's lost out. Let's have another look at that Paul Pogba challenge, Danny.
We've just seen them coming together against the pair of them again. Pogba, he catches Pack there. It's going to be a nasty one. It is high feet from Pogba, and he does go in. Studs up. He's chosen to take any action on that one, but it's been a really interesting battle so far. Pack has started off so well in midfield for Bristol City.
Well, the last thing that Manchester United want, given that he's only just back from a ban, is Paul Pogba to get a more disciplinary bother here tonight. Reed stealing in ahead of Rojo. Brownhill. From a family of Manchester City supporters, Josh Brownhill, but he himself spent the early part of his footballing development at Old Trafford. Magnuson. Only right to touch it into Pack. Marlon Pack. Appeal for handball there, Bristol City. They've got the corner, nothing more.
He's got Peter Wright keeping really good grip from the right hand side. He plays it into Pack. So he just goes to help it back over. It does it his hand. Martial. See Martial's hands above his head. And referee once again, Mike Dean. Not saying enough in it. He gives the corner.
Helped on by Patterson. And Romero is fouled. I think he knew the gifts won't be coming out yet.
I think the smile said it all from Flint. Hoping he'd get away with it, but realising I think that he wouldn't.
Doesn't even do the feigned look of surprise, does he? It's just a broad smile from Aidan Flint. But here we are approaching the half-hour mark. Still Bristol City 0, Manchester United 0. Manchester United have hit the frame of the Bristol City goal, though, through Rashford and also through Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Here is Ibrahimovic to Pogba. Usually enjoy each other's company out there on the field, don't they, those two? Martial. Ibrahimovic, it's back to Pogba. And in towards Rashford, who's offside.
Fantastic vision and awareness from Pogba. Rashford, oh, it's so close. He's very, very close. Bristol City can count themselves a little bit fortunate there. Rashford was given offside. Just going to look at the vision though of Pogba. He's given that extra time and space. And what a ball it was from him.
A long way to go, of course, but they're always the little ingredients, the little details that you need if you're Bristol City looking to upset Manchester United. And it's always a fair dollop of luck. You could say maybe an offside decision there, and certainly a couple of efforts against the woodwork. So far, the gods are smiling on them. Corey Smith coming forward. Ibrahimovic looks to the referee, feeling that he wanted a free kick. Brownhill goes low, away by Roro. It's back to Brownhill. Magnuson. Romero able to get it run away.
Once again, it's a prime example of Bristol City when they might not look as though they're going to win the ball. Get in there first, Magnuson. Ball's lovely for him. Great strike as well, but Romero in the right place. Just puts it behind for a corner. Once again, fantastic front foot play from Bristol City.
Gordon Magnuson, who hasn't scored yet this season for Bristol City. Running them the corner that Pack will take. Romero gets a good punch away. Just for a second, looked like he might be caught under the flood of the ball there, but recovered well.
Here's one what they've got in Magnuson here. He's also got a long throw, so they'll get this into the box and keep the same players up there. And like you say, it might not necessarily be from the first ball, but the second one, give them an opportunity.
Giant throw from Magnuson. It's loose and it's claimed by Sergio Romero. Reed getting himself in the way. Romero rattled, he's given it away, but Reed is going to be penalised for that. Mike Dean isn't going to let that one go. He feels he's seeing a pattern developing with Flint a moment ago, getting close to the goalkeeper, and Reed as well. He wants to put a stop to that, Mike Dean.
I think if you look at the pace that Manchester United have got going forward, the likes of Martial, the likes of Rashford, Pogba, and he goes and joins in as well. You just want to make sure that Romero can't get rid of the ball quickly and set Manchester United away on the attack.
Lovely tip of the shoulder by Pogba. He's found Ibrahimovic. Still Zlatan Ibrahimovic taking on a little too much. There's plenty of Bristol City cover. O'Brien. Magnussen. Jose Mourinho giving one of the flags that have been positioned around the stands here at Ashton Gate tonight. Here's Patterson. Bailey Wright's made an overlapping run. It's up to Shaw to try and stop Brownhill to get the ball up to him. These are very important minutes for Luke Shaw, as much as anyone out there tonight. He's had a couple of starts in the last couple of months. Come on as substitute in both of the League Cup ties so far. But you do sense, Danny, that Jose Mourinho remains unconvinced about him, don't you?
Yeah, I think the frustrating thing is with Luke Shaw, he has everything, the potential. He just, you'd hope that he does fulfil it, because I think he's a fantastic footballer, and hopefully he can do it. I think a lot of the time the injuries he affected him, the horrific one that he had earlier on in his Manchester United career, just he was starting to hit top form, and he wants to get back to that, because there's no doubting immense potential, and he could well go on and get things right to be England's fullback as well for a long time to come.
I think there's probably little doubt he has a good career ahead of him. He's still only 22. It's just whether it's at Manchester United or not that's the question. He's going to have to get back here, because Bailey Wright's coming forward. Slightly heavy touch, does allow Shaw to get back.
He's done really well Shaw there, because what's happened is you've got Brownhill, he's coming in narrow, he's dragging Shaw in, and that's giving the space then to Bailey Wright down the right hand side. But he saw the pace of Shaw, he's got across then to make sure that nothing other than a throw came from it. But as we've seen already, these throws can be very dangerous.
Well, the rhythmic Icelandic style hand trapping for the Icelandic international, who'll hurl another one of those long throws into the heart of the Manchester United box here. Flipped in by Bryan. Out by McTominay to Ibrahimovic. And Mike Dean's going to pull it back from the offside flag that's up on the far side. Got a couple of live Premier League fixtures for you just before Christmas, and a couple of good ones as well. Everton against Chelsea, live from Goodison Park. That's Saturday 11:30, Sky Sports Premier League channel, and keep it right there for Manchester United, who go to Leicester City Saturday 7 o'clock for that one. Manchester United coming forward through Lindelof. Here's McTominay, his 10th senior appearance tonight for Manchester United. And he's getting a chance under Jose Mourinho. Arsenal and Manchester City await in the draw for the semi-finals, which will take place here at Ashton Gate after this match. Darmian couldn't get his cross away. It's come to Pogba. Now Scott McTominay. Ibrahimovic. Well, when it was revealed 8 months ago that he had damaged cruciate knee ligaments, not many people thought he would be starting again for Manchester United 8 months later.
It's incredible. I think his willpower and the belief in himself as well goes a long way.
He's never short of that.
And you know, why not with the player that he is, the career that he's had as well. He's an absolutely phenomenal player, and to come back the way he's done and the speed in which he's come back as well is absolutely remarkable.
He remains box office, one of many reasons that this place is packed to the rafters tonight. Lee Johnson said in his pre-match interview that he needed 8 out of 10 performances from all his players if they were going to shackle Manchester United. Still a long, long way to go, but they're right in this one, Bristol City. Rashford couldn't contest because he was offside. He's not now. Pogba looks for him. Zlatan barges his way to it. Cross goes Magnussen, and Manchester United will get the corner.
The possession would be a little bit surprising. Bristol City, they have done though. They've taken the game. Manchester United had some good chances, enjoyed a lot of the possession as well. You can see, and Lee Johnson will be absolutely delighted the way that this first half has gone so far. But the only thing is, when you're playing against a team like Manchester United, when you've got so many match winners, be careful giving chances away, because there's been a couple of occasions Bristol City have been a little bit lucky, but you've got to ride your luck when you're playing against a team like Manchester United.
Just over 5 minutes plus added time to the break. Blint with the Manchester United corner. McTominay got his head to it. Ibrahimovic put his laces through that one.
That's the initial header. I think it's actually from McTominay. It falls to Ibrahimovic. We'll give great credit to Brownhill. He comes over, puts him off the slightest bit, makes sure that he can't have an easy shot. But once again, Ibrahimovic found himself free at that far post position.
Ibrahimovic, who gets the starting nod, and there's plenty of firepower on that Manchester United bench. The forgotten man, Henrik Mkhitaryan, there alongside Juan Mata. And Romelu Lukaku also among the substitutes. Wonder if he comes on and scores, whether he will celebrate tonight. Well, it was the challenge laid down by Lee Johnson to his players. He knows that nights like this don't come around very often for Bristol City. There's an opportunity there for one of these guys to carve out a little bit of history. A Brian Tinnion moment. A lot of references to his winning FA Cup goal up at Anfield a good few years ago now. He's still involved at the club, Brian Tinnion, and they say he's still dining out on that goal, and why not? And there could be an opening here. What an important challenge that was by Daley Blind to take it off the toes of Corey Smith. He thought he was in there.
What a challenge. Absolutely magnificent challenge from Blind, but it had been taken first time, but take nothing away.
Smith still in there. The outstretched leg was from Rojo. Ibrahimovic. Pogba. Looking for that early ball to release Rashford. Didn't quite come off. Bristol City were alert. Broken up by Darmian. McTominay couldn't find Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Here's Luke Shaw. Martial to Pogba. Here's Rashford. Martial. Pogba. Well, that's excellent defending, because Paul Pogba could have easily used his strength to pull away that. As it is, Bristol City had it with Smith. Now Magnussen. They know, Bristol City, they can't afford to switch off for a second. Pogba seeing plenty of the ball at the moment. Martial's gone down onto the deck after a challenge from Bailey Wright. Shaw. Luke Shaw glanced away by Flint. Couldn't quite adjust his feet to get it where he wanted it to go, but it is safe.
This is brilliant from Blink. Great covering. Sees his centre-backs out of the game. I'm just wondering, could he have hit it first time then? Smith, but he doesn't. It's a great chance from Blink, but just that first touch. Could have hit it first time. Blink couldn't have got back, but it was great covering from Blink as he saw Lindelof just been dragged out of position.
Ibrahimovic. Smith. Reed. Bristol City throw in the corner there. Final seconds of normal time at the end of this first half. Bristol City 0, Manchester United 0. Took penalties, didn't it, to separate Leicester and Manchester City last night. And go all the way to a finish here tonight, whatever it takes as well. Magnussen with the throw. Again, Romero put under pressure. He's not happy, but this time play goes on, although Bristol City can't keep hold of it. Smith. Free kick for Bristol City. Take it a little too quickly. No goals in the first half then at Ashton Gate, but Marcus Rashford coming as close as anyone, rattling the foot of the Bristol City goal. Romero called into action as well to deny Magnussen, but Bristol City still very much in this one. Half-time at Ashton Gate. It's Bristol City 0, Manchester United 0.
If they can tighten that up and keep United quiet, then there's every chance they can still nick something from this game.
Well, they're the areas to look out for in front of a record attendance here at the redeveloped Ashton Gate. To take you through the second half, here are your commentary team of Danny Higginbottom and Bill Leslie.
Now, Bristol, the biggest city in this country never to have hosted top-flight football. Well, it feels like they are tonight with the visit of Manchester United, and they are neck and neck, shoulder to shoulder with the Carabao Cup holders. Neither Lee Johnson or Jose Mourinho changing their personnel at half-time, so it's as you were in that respect. And if it does continue in a similar vein, Danny, you look at the two benches. Manchester United, Romelu Lukaku, Jesse Lingard, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Juan Mata, and as far as Bristol City are concerned, with 10 players unavailable either through injury or through ineligibility tonight, they have had to really stretch their resources even to fill their bench. Arnold Garita, a £50,000 signing from French football, the Welsh youth team player Connor Lemonhay-Evans among their substitutes.
From Bristol City, they do have a few players as well that are cup tied. I think from Manchester United, you look at the bench, it's very strong, but Mourinho will be hoping he doesn't have to use them.
Pogba fouled by Jamie Patterson, and we have the first yellow card of the evening.
It's a fantastic bit of skill from Pogba. Just gets the better of Patterson and, bring him down and feel a little bit harsh done to. He's picked up a yellow card for it.
Well, Blind's standing over it, but it would be a surprise if Marcus Rashford doesn't lay claim to this one. Looking for the goal that would open the scoring here, of course, but also take his season's tally into double figures. Will he take it on, or will he use the assembled company? Zlatan Ibrahimovic among those. Rashford's low drive is blocked by what was effectively a one-man wall. Forward by Lindelof. Pogba's there. Touched on by Smith. Patterson losing out to Martial, but Smith is there to help him out. Manchester United have wrestled it back, and this is Anthony Martial. Fouled by Josh Brownhill. There seems to be intent for Manchester United to play the game deep inside the Bristol City half in the opening exchanges in this second half, and they've had a pretty identical free kick from the one that Marcus Rashford took just a moment ago. Rashford, a deflection, and he had to react well there, Luke Steele, to keep it out. It was going one way, so was he, and he had to fling himself the other.
He's not had much to do, Steele, but this is, like I say, a fantastic save. Just hit Smith on the way through. He was quick enough to get over because that was going into the back of the net.
Purposeful start to the second period by Manchester United. Blind with the corner. Marcus Rojo, who was a starter in the final at Wembley earlier on this year. His first League Cup appearance since then, mostly down to injury. Well, he doesn't look too perturbed, does he, Jose Mourinho, cutting a relaxed figure down there. He's got his personal goals in this competition, always taken it seriously. That's why he has won the League Cup more than he has any other competition in his career. Aiming for what would be a record 5th win here. Offside flag up against Josh Brownhill. Quick feet by Martial, but Bailey Wright wrestles him to the ground, not unfairly, in the views of the assistants. Bailey Wright again, in towards Reed. Reed side netting.
Good movement from Reed. Bailey Wright is always looking here. He just gets on the outside of Lindelof, just gets his touch here, gives him a yard. Romero has it covered, but nonetheless, good effort from Reed. Very lively player, especially when he gets in that 18-yard box.
It's a pattern to Bobby Reed's goal scoring recently in that most of his goals have come away. His last 4 have all come away from Ashton Gate. He hasn't scored here since he got a penalty against Derby. That's 9 games ago now, back in September.
Yeah, well, I think the one thing with Bristol City is that the amount of points that they've got away this season. That was one of their struggles last year. They've already got more points away this season than they did in the whole of last season. It's because they're a very good counter-attacking team. They're happy to sit back, and then they've got players like Reed that will get down the sides of the centre-back, so it looks so much better at times away from home.
Well, one of their recent outings here at Ashton Gate, they took apart the expensively assembled Middlesbrough side under Gary Monk. Went to Bramall Lane recently and got a very good win, although they rode their luck. Sheffield United hit the post 4 times, the post and bar, in that match, and they still ended up on top. So Manchester United only halfway there in that respect tonight. The home side on the front foot here, no offside flag. Oh, what a moment that is! Just listen to that! Joe Bryan, he's the one to step up and carve out his own bit of cup folklore for Bristol City. Bristol City 1, Manchester United 0.
a strike. Absolutely brilliant. But this is all about his determination, his commitment. Because when you look when he picks up the ball, he's the one that starts it all off. But he carries on running. He's got one thing on his mind. He never stops his run. And the ball is perfection. If the ball's perfection, well, I don't know what the next level above perfection is, but that is what this finish is. Romero has absolutely no chance. It's a lovely ball from Pack. And the energy, the desire from Brian. Gives Bristol City the lead, and a well-deserved lead as well.
A player who came through the youth ranks here. It's the goal of his dreams. He's scored in back-to-back games now, as you can see, for the first time in his career. But that is a moment I don't think he'll ever forget, whatever ends up happening in the remaining minutes here.
It's absolutely brilliant. I think the frustrating thing from Manchester United's point of view, and Mourinho as well, will be the fact that he's probably run past 4 Manchester United players. Nobody tracks his run. The ball was perfect to him, but let's not forget, he started the move from in his own half. And you've got to say, Bristol City, they deserve it. So far in this game, 52 minutes, they have been the better team. Yes, Manchester United have had some chances, but there's been more energy in this Bristol City team.
He very rarely slips up against lower league opposition, Jose Mourinho, in English football. One notable exception when he was Chelsea manager and Bradford City, from 2-0 down, went on to win at Stamford Bridge. Martial. Ibrahimovic, advantage play by Mike Dean, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic cuts across the back of it and will go out for a throw-in. Well, this is certainly worth another look, Danny.
It's absolutely brilliant. We've spoken about Brighton being the instigator. He's the one that started. A lovely bit of skill, but then just watch his movement. He goes past McTominay. None of the midfielders from Manchester United track him, and because he's on such a run, look how he can't get going. Pace-wise, there's nowhere else he could put that. He couldn't hit that better if he tried. And what a finish, and just look at the crowd. They've been waiting for that, and they've got it all right.
Ibrahimovic. Magnificent noise around Ashton Gate now as Manchester United look to level it up. Brian on the defensive side of his detail, sliding in, but it is at the expense of a corner. Link with the corner. Dealt with at the near post by Marlon Pack, and here's Jamie Patterson now for Bristol City. Brian is coursing with confidence now, and why not? Well, it might be a little premature, but you can forgive them for dreaming Bristol City and their fans. Leading Manchester United by a goal to 0. City getting the better of United. Reed lets it run, surely not again. Brian on his right foot this time, and it's more comfortable for Romero on this occasion.
He has scored a few goals on his weaker right foot. This is lovely play, a lovely dummy from Reed. Just creates a space there for Brian to come into. Just can't get enough direction on it.
Out by Magnussen. Brian. Patterson will make the running for Bristol City. Lindelof able to get it back to Romero. Flint going in strongly, but fairly on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Here's Anthony Martial now for Manchester United. Pogba strides forward, loses out though, and the free kick has been given. Bristol City will feel hard done by there.
Smith's pleading his innocence. Pogba picks the ball up once again. I don't think that's a foul. Very fortunate to get the foul here. The ball's actually gone past him. Out of the way. If anything comes from this, Johnson and his players won't be happy.
There's a little committee meeting for Manchester United to decide who's going to take this. Usually, when there is such a coming together, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the one who says, leave it to me. If he wants it, he gets it, and it looks like he wants it. He bailed out Manchester United in the final of this competition last season with the winner. What can he do here, Ibrahimovic? He can find the bottom corner. The big man is back. Zlatan Ibrahimovic delivers in the Carabao Cup again for Manchester United, and he's burst Bristol City's bubble.
And the disappointing thing from Bristol City's point of view, when you see this wall, she goes through the wall and then bounces just in front of Steele. The minute it goes through the wall, the goalkeeper's got no chance. He sees it so late, bounces in front of him, there's nothing he can do about it. Manchester United weren't behind for long. You see Mourinho, he would have been expecting that reaction to going 1-0 down.
Pulled back by Mike Dean, who was trying to see if any advantage came. It wasn't forthcoming, so Manchester United get the free kick. 8 months to the day since he last started a match. It was in the Europa League. It was against Anderlecht. But it's well over 8 months since his last goal. His last one coming against Sunderland at the start of April. An offside flag there against Anthony Martial. Bristol City need to dust themselves down and find a way to keep doing what they've done so effectively, particularly in the second half. But United will be feeling a lot better about themselves now. Blind to Pogba. Here's Marcus Rashford. McTominay looking for Ibrahimovic. That's dealt with by Baker. Ibrahimovic. Well, you look at him out there and understandably, given how long he's been out, doesn't look match fit yet, but he can still produce those moments of quality.
He can, like you say, he's still building his fitness, no doubt about that, but take nothing away from his free kick. It is a fantastic strike. Like I've said, Bristol City will be a little bit disappointed. Manchester United put a few players in the wall. And when it does go through the wall, I'm sure it's going to be trouble for the goalkeeper because he's going to be unsighted.
And of course, there's still the matter of conjecture over whether it should have been a free kick in the first place for the foul on Paul Pogba. Jose Mourinho, the first to blink, the first to make a change. £90 million worth of striker to be sent on Romelu Lukaku.
This is the challenge on Pogba, which led to the free kick, which then went to the goal. And you can see the ball actually hits Bailey right. I don't think there's really that much that Smith can do. He can't get out of the way. He's trying to hold his ground. Pogba has run into him. Okay, Mike Dean's in a good position, but it's a soft free kick to be given.
Well, you've got a feel here with the player who's been playing as a holding midfield player being withdrawn, and Romelu Lukaku back among the goals in the last couple of matches sent on. But Jose Mourinho's upping the ante here. In steals Patterson. Just about closed the door on him though, Manchester United, at the expense of a corner.
I think the substitution from Manchester United bringing Lukaku in on, I think it's a compliment to Bristol City. I don't think Mourinho would have wanted to use Lukaku if possible, but it's the way the game's been going.
Brownhill with the Bristol City corner. Out by Ibrahimovic. He also help out in the defensive areas, of course. The physical bulk of Romelu Lukaku just beefs up the defence against the set-piece threat that Bristol City carry. Pogba down the line for Ibrahimovic. Luke Shaw. Very attacking now, Manchester United, effectively in front of the two central defenders that they've got out there. You've got McTominay sitting, everyone else is very much of a forward-thinking persuasion.
Just sees Ibrahimovic steps up. There is a gap there. It does hit. It's Smith on the way through, but there is a gap which the ball can be played through. Obviously the goalkeeper maybe looks still, he wants to be able to see the ball, but power and hit like that, it takes a deflection. So if you don't want a gap in that wall, Ibrahimovic has taken full advantage of it.
Well, Marcus Rashford had one that deflected off Smith that forced the save from Luke Steele a moment before, earlier on in the second half. The warnings had been there. Rojo. Pogba. Pogba looking for Lukaku. What a delight of a pass that is. Lukaku couldn't take it first time, but he has found Martial. Still real danger here for Bristol City. Who dealt with it? Smith. What a peach of a pass from Pogba, wasn't it?
He's just dropping a little bit deeper now, and he's going to be afforded more space because Bristol City are going to drop deeper and deeper with the likes of Martial, Lukaku and Rashford, all of them on the pitch at the same time.
Reed was offside when the ball was played. That's the verdict of the assistant on this near side, Simon Long. Well, he doesn't have the embarrassment of riches among his substitutes that his opposite number, Jose Mourinho, has, but a couple on there could come on and make a difference. Nicholas Eliasson can certainly make a difference from a set-piece situation. Matty Taylor, the former Bristol Rovers striker who joined the club, made the switch across the city just about a year ago now. He's another one who will be in the thinking of the Bristol City manager. Pogba, too strong for Pack on this occasion. Pogba combining with Rashford. Now Lukaku, Rashford trying to burst through, and that's good defending from Brown, doubling up to make life difficult for Marcus Rashford.
Got to be careful, Bristol City. Always, one of the things you do as a defender when you're under a bit of pressure, you drop deeper and deeper, but you can't drop too deep. All of a sudden you're going to get the Manchester United players trying opportunities from 20-25 yards, and they've got some players that can hit the back of the net from a distance as well. They've just got to make sure that they do get a little bit higher and make sure the midfield and the defence does keep close together. They don't need to be separated, as otherwise that's a Pogba then going to become even more influential in the game.
Ibrahimovic nearly pressured into a mistake. Unconvincing from Manchester United. Looks like he's going to come in from the cold tonight and come on for Manchester United. He's getting some fairly detailed instructions from Rui Faria and Jose Mourinho down there. Romero's come and hasn't got that. And we'll be very relieved to see Aidan Flint's header float wide.
Romero, he's come for everything so far and has done well, particularly from the long throws. This one, got it wrong. And Flint, 6 league goals this season, something like 34 in the last 3 years. He gets up really well, wins it. Just goes to the wrong side of the post, agonisingly for Bristol City.
Shaw. Pogba. Martial. This run brought to a halt by Brownhill. Well on pack for Magnuson. Reed. Pax bursting forward from midfield here. Keeping hold of possession for Bristol City. Can Brownhill keep this in? There's your answer, he can. Beyond Shaw in towards Patterson. Reed waits in the middle. Pogba in hot pursuit. Advantage will be played after that Pogba challenge. McTominay has it, in goes Patterson. Now Martial. There's Brownhill down there in some difficulty, isn't it? Well, he scored the goal and his last did 3/4 of the match. Zlatan Ibrahimovic getting some valuable time in his legs as he continues to get back to full speed. And of course the small matter of levelling the scoreline after that wonderful strike from Joe Bryan gave Bristol City the lead. Mkhitaryan comes on. He missed the final of this competition last season through injury. Well, the fullback Magnuson is the one to make way for the striker Matty Taylor, so there's going to be something of a reshuffle here for Bristol City, you would think.
And then what you'll probably find is that Bryan will go back to left back, Patterson probably more over to that left hand side, and then Taylor more than likely looking to link up with Reed.
Reed intercepts from Mkhitaryan, whose first contribution isn't exactly what he would have been looking for, but he does close it down and force Bristol City and Brown into an error.
And the one thing you'll get now with the change down the left-hand side for Bristol City, Patterson, he'll come and drift into that number 10 position from wide left, still creating the space for Bryan to get forward from left back.
Reed works it to Brownhill, who looks to be showing no ill effects of that earlier knock he picked up, but he has fouled McTominay. Bailey Wright. Here's Brownhill. Lukaku, Mkhitaryan, Lukaku, Rashford in a central position here. Lukaku might want it himself, he's got it. Steele saves. Under 20 minutes to play here. 1-1 as it stands. We're going to extra time. Now by Baker. Rojo wrestles it away from Marlon Pack. Mkhitaryan trying to slide it through to Rashford, but they close the door on him. Brownhill. Smith. A little too robust by Paul Pogba on Matt Taylor. Laughs up, it's going to be a free kick for Bristol City. We're getting ready to make another change, and Niklas Eliasson is the player who's going to come on. Former Swedish under-21 international. Loaded forward by Bryan. Now by Rojo for Manchester United. Here's Corey Smith. Brownhill. Shaw too strong for him. And gets the early pass to Rashford. Rashford has Lukaku square, but that is a magnificent covering challenger. Because Manchester United, look, they were ready to cause some real bother for Bristol City. Now, late challenge on Marcus Rashford. What's the referee going to do to Joe Bryant? He's going to show him a yellow card by the look of things.
The position that we're in, we could see that coming. It's fantastic defending from Bryan. He comes across so well, great pace. He got his tackle absolutely spot on. And then obviously the frustration from Rashford just as he's cleared it here. Connected him. We saw one very similar, I think it was, recently. Take nothing away though with Joe Brown. That's great defending.
So the second substitution for Bristol City sees the introduction of Niklas Eliasson, and Brownhill, who was having that struggle with injury a moment ago, withdrawn. I don't know whether that is the reason for the change. Pogba. Mkhitaryan. Cut out by Baker, but Pogba has found Rashford. Back with Pogba. In towards Lukaku! And Luke Steele at full stretch is able to turn it round.
Lukaku's movement since he's come on has been absolutely brilliant, but once again Luke Steele starting to come more into the game. He needed to be making saves more. It's a lovely header from Lukaku. A great save from Steele as the ball's played in once again from Pogba. Great save. How many times we've said that this season? Pogba to Lukaku. And shot on target.
Manchester United looking to work the angles. McTominay. Lukaku getting it back to Mkhitaryan. Excellent meaty challenge to stop him getting his shot away on target. It was Bailey Wright, the captain, on the cover.
It's very good covering from Bailey Wright. He's comfortable coming inside like that from the right back position, being a natural centre back.
Getting word of real drama at the end. They're almost at full time at Stamford Bridge. We'll go there in a second for you, but first of all, Manchester United have some business here to take care of. That's met and cleared by Flint. Challenge from Bailey Wright, gets the ball and leaves Lukaku on the deck. Foul there by Anthony Martial, so Bristol City have a free kick. Let's go to Stamford Bridge. They're almost at full time there. Chelsea leading by that early Willian goal. Then this happened. Bournemouth with Dan Gosling levelling it up. They celebrate. They thought they were taking it to extra time, but here comes Alvaro Morata for Chelsea, and they respond. So they are right at the doorstep of the last four. Here's Reid now for Bristol City. Whistles wide, Patterson.
We spoke about Patterson now on that left-hand side. Loved to come inside on his favourite right foot. He gets the better of Darmian, gets that yard. Finds a space to be disappointed that he didn't hit the target there. Once again, good play from Bristol City. He just gets the yard on Darmian. He was inside him. A little bit disappointed that he couldn't hit the target.
That was not far away, was it, from Jamie Patterson, who's been in good form as well, too, in his last three games. Got goals in the win up at Sheffield United and here against Middlesbrough. Here's the substitute, Mkhitaryan. There's been surplus to requirements, not even in the matchday squads for Manchester United for the last few games. McTominay. Manchester United being taken all the way here by Bristol City of the Championship. Pogba. Patterson. Bounces off Rashford. He wants Shaw to come onto it, which he does. Martial now. Rashford. Martial. Lukaku. Trying to release Martial, who'd made a surging run. But they've defended with such discipline for the most part tonight, haven't they, Bristol City?
They have. They defended as a team and attacked as a team. Just in the last few minutes, they're just starting to get a little bit tired. And what's happened is Reid has found himself a little bit isolated. Everyone's dropping deeper, so when they are getting the ball and the ball's going up to Reid, it's very difficult as a midfielder a long way away from him for him to be able to bring anybody else into play. But they put so much energy into this game. They've given a fantastic account themselves and still well and truly in the game.
And as you touched on earlier, Danny, Jose Mourinho has sent on well over £100 million worth of talent to try and ensure that they're on their way to the last four.
And I'm surely Johnson won't see it that way when they do come onto the pitch, but it's a massive compliment. He would have hoped that, in particular with Lukaku, he wouldn't have to have used him one bit, because he probably would have wanted to give him a little bit of a rest.
Oh, Pogba could be in behind here. Paul Pogba. Well, his touch deserted him. There may have been a little bit of dragging back by Smith as he burst into the box.
He worked it really well. Pogba getting in behind the back four. And if anything, I think it was Eliasson that just gave him the slightest little bit of a tug back. Not enough in it for anything, for a penalty, but it just meant that he then couldn't get to it. And Steele, as he's done most of the evening, and collected well.
Friday night football as we enter the Christmas weekend. Arsenal against Liverpool, live on the Sky Sports Premier League channel from 7 o'clock. Kicks off the Premier League weekend for you in some style. Pushed on by Bristol City to Patterson. Taylor takes up his place in the middle with Reed. Patterson still going. Eliasson just wouldn't come down for him, sure, but he's got it now, Eliasson. Pack thought about it. Takes on Pogba. And Romero can scoop it over the bar.
Once again, the corner's building up for Bristol City. Great opportunities for them. By the time the centre-backs all come up, we've got Reed as well. He's just waiting for that second ball to drop down.
Belief and passion coursing around Ashton Gate. In the final throes of the 90 minutes now. Just 8 to go. Larson floats it up, but that's tame when you consider what Bristol City could have done with that. He's usually a player who delivers better quality than that, isn't he? Mkhitaryan. Here's Rashford!
Just got caught out by surprise with the initial kick from Romero, and just as Rashford hits it, it's always going wide.
The full-time whistle has gone at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have joined Manchester City and Arsenal in the last 4. The draw, remember, follows full-time here at Ashton Gate. Chelsea taken all the way by Bournemouth at home after that early lead. Pegged back, of course, before Morata won it. Lukaku. Rashford. Mkhitaryan. The block by Smith. Mkhitaryan attacks it. Comes down for Martial. Now Lukaku. Lukaku steal. Pulls out an excellent reaction save to get that one away.
Absolutely fantastic save from Steele. It goes through both centre-backs. You must see it very late. And that is an outstanding save. I say he's been called upon quite a lot this second half. He's been equal to most.
Not only did he save it, he got it away, but this is the resulting corner. Lindelof. Manchester United have got plenty forward here. Mkhitaryan. Rashford floats it in, but it floats over everyone.
Bristol City team now, they just need a little bit of a breather. They're having to deal with a lot of pressure. Mourinho will be hoping and this team can get this done. And a few minutes remain. Bristol City, though, standing firm at the moment. You can see, physically wise, mentality wise, they are starting to tire. But they're keeping going. And that's shown. Now the possession as well. Manchester United starting to dominate that. They put so much into this Bristol City, especially the midfield players, in protecting the back four and then getting up to support Reed. Starting to tell on them now, but like I say, full credit to them. They are hanging on at the minute and still well and truly in this game.
And the other thing is, because of the lack of numbers and the lack of resources they've got, 10 of the 11 players started at the weekend here against Nottingham Forest, and the only one who didn't was the goalkeeper. Manchester United making 10 changes from the weekend for their starting lineup, although they've had to bring this man off the bench, Lukaku. Mkhitaryan showed too much of that to Bailey Wright. Rashford, oh, a lovely step over there. Martial, was Rashford blocked up? No. That team didn't feel it was that. Shaw stolen it back for Manchester United. Can he find Lukaku? Not even close.
See the challenge here. Rashford wants a foul. Pack, you'll say, he just stood his ground and the referee's in a good position. And the one thing is for Manchester United, they have got into the wide areas a lot of times, and a lot of the time the ball has actually been overhit when they've had Ibrahimovic on the far post and even Lukaku recently. Just that final ball into the box so far.
Manchester United nothing, but Bristol City coming up with the answers again through Brian. Rojo. Patterson to Pack. The Bristol City goal scorer Brian. Lindelof. Just enough on it. Well, a famous face for both clubs. Joe Jordan among the packed house here at Ashton tonight. The last manager to take them to a quarter-final of a competition, and of course a losing cup finalist. 1979 FA Cup final with Manchester United. Never had a great record, did he, through his career in cup finals, Joe Jordan? Oh, what a career he had. That famous gap-toothed smile of Joe Jordan brought so much menace to defences. Lukaku tracking back, they're giving away the free kick. He hasn't heard the whistle in the din here at Ashton Gate. He has now been made aware that Bristol City will get a chance to get it into the mixer, as they say, with just a couple of minutes to play here.
Fantastic play from Flint to get the free kick. You can see the fans, they responded to it. They know as well how vital set pieces could be, especially in these last few minutes. I guarantee as well, the big players will be going up for Bristol City and trying to get on the end of it. The belief that they have when the set pieces come in as well is magnificent.
A joyous blend of tension and anticipation around the home sections here at the revamped Ashton Gate. Larson making the run down the line, clipped in by Marlon Pack. Lukaku gave away the free kick, trying to make amends by bringing it out, and he's been fouled. Yellow card shown by Mike Dean. Paul Pogba also getting a yellow card. I think that was for talkback. He's claiming he can't hear in the din, and he may well have a case.
There'll be no argument from Taylor. He knew exactly what was coming. Manchester United were looking to counter, and Taylor, as you can see, made sure that that didn't happen. And then this one from Paul Pogba. Referee Mike Dean not having any of it.
So a yellow card apiece. Matt Taylor for Bristol City and Paul Pogba for Manchester United. Seconds remaining. Bristol City, the only side from outside the Premier League left in this season's Carabao Cup. Look like they're going to take the holders to extra time here at Ashton Gate tonight. Reed. 3 minutes of added time. Can one of these two force a winner? Mkhitaryan finding McTominay. Rashford in the centre forward position. Here's Lukaku now. Lukaku gives it everything, but Brian's there to block for Bristol City. Now Reed can carry it out for the home side. The goal here, and surely there's no way back for Manchester United. They came back once, remember, through Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Taylor. Patterson. The birthday boy, the former Manchester United schoolboy. 3 in the box here for Bristol City, in and around it anyway. One of them is Eliasson. Well, he's better than that, Eliasson. We built him up and saying he's excellent at set-piece deliveries, and that's a couple of balls into the box that he hasn't been up to those standards.
It is disappointing, but from Bristol City's point of view, they have 3 or 4 men in the box, and they are still chasing everything.
Taylor giving chase here. Reed. Well, Well, for Bristol City to visit Manchester United, it's the sort of night that comes around once in a generation. It just doesn't happen very often, and they are not letting it go to waste, these Bristol City players.
They've been absolutely magnificent. People will say, well, Manchester United haven't performed that well. Well, no. In the moment, give credit to Bristol City. They've not allowed Manchester United to perform. And I think at times, too often, we'll say the bigger clubs come and they just had a poor performance. I think at times you've got to give credit to the so-called lesser team for making sure that they can't perform.
Marlon Pack. Patterson pursued by Rashford. Bryan. Somehow he gets it forward to Smith. There are options here. Reed was one of them, but Shaw had tucked in. Still life in this perhaps for Bristol City. In by Taylor. It's Smith! The roof has just come off here at Ashton Gate. Stoppage time. Bristol City 2, Manchester United 1. The holders are crashing out at Ashton Gate. Absolutely magnificent scenes at Ashton Gate. Lee Johnson, who came up with a plan, he said he was going to need 8, 9, 10 out of 10 performances from his players. Well, he's got that, and it looks like he's got the win.
What a goal, what a performance, what a night. Look at the willing runners still going, not stopping, and second ball's winning once again in the 93rd minute, and this is absolutely brilliant, running off the ball. And the central midfielder, this time Smith, he decides to go forward and he gets his just rewards. They've deserved this performance. If it stays this way, they've deserved this. Let's forget about the fact that Manchester United haven't been great, and let's focus on Bristol City, because they have been magnificent, every single one of them. And he's masterminded what looks like to be an almighty shock.
Unadulterated joy. Dreams do come true, and they're coming true tonight at Ashton Gate. What a performance this has been from Bristol City. What a night this is turning out to be. Mighty Manchester United on their knees. Can they find a response here? Patterson. The roar that tells you that Bristol City have done it. Jose Mourinho, his proud record in the League Cup, and he's lost here the championship, Bristol City. And all you can say, the biggest compliment you can pay, is that Bristol City have deserved it. 2 wonderful goals from them. Joe Bryan opened the scoring early in this second half with an absolutely priceless goal, a collector's item. Back-to-back goals in back-to-back games for him. But Manchester United, through Zlatan Ibrahimovic, responded. And you'd have expected when Lukaku and co came off the bench that Manchester United would push on and win it. But Bristol City weren't going to stick to that script. They had their own storyline, and Smith scored at the end. And what a finish this has been, even though we don't really want it to be spoiled by a pitch invasion. But you can understand the joy, Danny. Bristol City in absolute dreamland.
They have been outstanding from the first minute to the last minute. Lee Johnson, his team, the football club, they will be delighted, and they deserve this. Let's not talk about, as I said before, let's not talk about Manchester United not being at their best. Let's talk about Bristol City. They've been magnificent. The goal scorer, the man who scored the winner, he has given everything, and in the last minute he finds himself furthest forward. That has been Bristol City this season, and that has been Bristol City this evening. Absolutely magnificent.
Well, Jose Mourinho has only ever in his time in English football lost 1 League Cup tie over 90 minutes. And that was last season at Hull, which was an irrelevance because they won. That's the measure of what Bristol City have achieved here. A rare defeat for Jose Mourinho in this competition. If he is to win it for a 5th time, it will not be this season. And what company Bristol City are keeping now. Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea and Bristol City are the last 4 of the Carabao Cup. The draw will follow, but the celebrations go on here. Memorable night, a night that they envisaged when they built this stadium.